Daniel, I've been hoping you'd turn up.
So have I.
Colonel Holland, isn't it?
Good morning. I wonder if you might spare me a moment in private.
Well, I can hear you pretty good from here.
Not very gracious, I must say. After all, I have traveled more than 100 miles just to see you, Mr. Boone.
I'm honored, Colonel. What about?
A matter of considerable importance to the Crown and your community. If at all possible, I want to avoid bloodshed. It's that serious and that private, Mr. Boone.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Make yourself comfortable, Mr. Boone, if you can. I have some excellent Madeira wine here. Would you care for some?
Oh, thank you.
Boone, as the leader of this community, your word is respected. That is why I personally chose to command this patrol, so that I might appeal to your good senses.
Well, exactly what kind of patrol is this, Colonel?
One of many. The Colonial Office has issued a directive ordering this entire territory be combed for troublemakers.
You mean like people who don't doff their caps to the Union Jack?
No, I do not. I am referring to the instigators of rebellion, enemies of the Crown. One of them is headed this direction. I must take him back to Salem for trial.
And you want my help?
I want this patrol action to be carried out peaceably and quickly. You could be of great assistance.
In helping you round up friends of mine?
Not at all. Just in the simple maintenance of order.
Do you mind telling me who this enemy of the Crown is?
David Hubbard, a young rabble-rousing seditionist. I'm sure you're acquainted with him.
Yes, Davy Hubbard's well liked by almost everybody in Boonesboro.
Some of your friends are a trifle hot-headed. I have word of a regrettable incident in Boston. British soldiers attacked in the performance of their duty. They were forced to take extreme action. A good many colonists were killed needlessly. I don't want that to happen here.
Nobody does.
Then help me keep your people quiet.
Well, they're nobody's people, Colonel. They're free men, and I expect they'll fight to prove it, if they have to.
Boone, at this very moment, there is a serious debate in Parliament as to whether these colonies are worth the life of a single Englishman. Neither of us knows how this debate will be resolved. But any fool can predict the outcome of a war between a few lunatics with flintlock rifles and the combined forces of the entire British Army. You're an intelligent man. Which side will you choose?
Well, I have no choice to make. Besides, I've seen some wondrous things done by a good man and a flintlock. Is there anything else, Colonel?
No, not at present.
Hello? Anybody home there? Hello there? Ma? It's me!
Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
It's me! What's for supper? Pa? Davy! Redcoats all over! Get away from here! Stay away! I'll take this. And we don't need this. Name?
You know my name.
Don't give yourself airs. Put the prisoner under restraint. This here's a common warrant. It covers a list of troublemakers, and we know you're one of them. David Hubbard, you are under arrest for high treason and acts of sedition and conspiracy against the crown of His Majesty King George III.
I know how you feel, mate.
Chapin, button your lip. Prisoner, forward, march.
Davy! Davy! Oh, Dinah. Dinah, what are we going to do?
Don't worry. Paul will think of something.
Here's some more cider, gentlemen.
The thing to do is to stick together. I know this Colonel. He's a good soldier and he's not stupid.
What are we supposed to do? Just stand by and watch them arrest half the territory?
What good is all this talk? They got my boy. They got Davy.
There ain't that many of them. Come on, let's go bust them out of there.
Now, hold on. An attack with redcoats in the fort right now wouldn't make any sense at all. Now, suppose we did free Davy. The matter wouldn't end there.
We got women and children and old folks to worry about. You want to see them get shot up?
You asking us to do nothing?
I'm asking you to use your heads. Now, the Colonel has got a prisoner that he can take to Salem. That's a week's march through country we know, and he doesn't. I can think of at least a dozen places along the trail where we can jump that patrol and free Davy.
Sure, but the Colonel wouldn't just give him up. He'd come back here for him.
Yeah, but this time he'd come back to a fort that we're in control of, manned by people who are expecting him. Now, that's an entirely different story, and I wouldn't wonder but what he wouldn't give up the whole matter.
You know, he's making sense.
Well, either way, we'd be going against him on our terms, and that's the only way to beat the redcoats.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, I'd say go home, get provision, get your best rifles, and stay there until the redcoats leave the fort.
He's talked you into it. You're playing mighty fast and loose with my boy's life, Dan.
Andrew, don't be a fool. Daniel's right.
Just how well do you and that colonel get along?
I know you're troubled, Andrew, so I'm just going to forget I heard that.
Has he made up everybody's mind? Has he?
You got any better ideas, Andrew?
No. But I will.
Oh, you're just working off steam. You can't bust Davy out of there by yourself, and you know it. Well, Daniel said provisions and best rifles, didn't he? Well, let's get them.
I'm going to be needing your help, child. We're going to have to do something for Davy.
What can we do for Davy?
I want you to go to the empty cabin near Willow Draw and wait for me.
The old Danford place?
But carefully, child. I want no one to see you. No one.
Pa? You and Davy. I mean, if you get to talk to him. Please don't get into one of those things again like you always do. Davy loves you, Pa. I know he's kind of wild about things. But deep down, you two are really no different.
The Danford place, child. Wait for me there.
Talk of Alexander and some of Hercules.
There you are, Morgan. The last one.
Thank you, Sister Nurse. And some Miltiades. But of all the world's brave heroes, there's none that can compare with the ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, the fine prisoners, with
All right, closing time in 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes to drink up.
Well, we've drunk to England, the king, the colonel, each other, our blisters. What's left?
Blisters. That's nothing to what that poor Yank in there's in for.
You gone soft or something?
You wasn't in the house. What I mean to say is you got a jolly nice little family there. You don't seem like such a bad sort.
Now, what would you know about families?
Leave him be, Jack.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd like being an orphan. Living the way you please, nobody to ask leave of. Huh? Am I right?
Oh, you're a very funny man, Jack. I hope you know that. And if you keep it up, I'll see it gets cut on your gravestone.
Well,
then what?
have a go, Tom.
Just a minute, gentlemen. Not in my place, you don't.
I said to leave him be. It's a hard thing being an orphan, and he's done right well, considering. Thanks, mate. Come on, let's go home and get some sleep.
Just a minute, I'll take that mug.
2 more weeks to go this itch. And I'll be glad to see the end of it. And that's a fact. Hello, love. Remember me?
You took your time waking up.
Yeah, you're the Yank's sister, aren't you? Not his wife, I don't suppose.
Pa says if I want, I can gag you. So you better watch out.
What'd he say about water? I've got a terrible thirst somehow. Can't think why. Isn't there any water around here somewhere?
Pa?
He bothering you, child?
He says he's thirsty.
Now watch me, child. You have to give it to him very carefully.
Much obliged.
Let me tell you about the girl. When she was 9 years old, the Wolverine took out after her. Chased her more than a mile. Then she come across some high ground and some dead branches. She took one of them dead branches and beat that animal to jelly. That's when she was 9 years old, soldier. Just so there's no mistake on your part. She loves her brother. And she'd just as soon kill you as not.
What's stopping her, you?
For the time being.
Are you the one that cost me then?
Huh?
Fetch me this clout back of the ear.
Yes.
Well, what did you want to go and do that for?
I didn't want to. It's... You've got my boy.
What, me? I've got nothing to do with it. I do as I'm told.
So does she. And for the time being, she's been told to let you live a little while longer.
Here, you mind your dad now. A little longer?
You just better pray that my boy never sees the end of a rope. What's funny?
I don't know. I guess I'm weak from this bashing around. But the idea is such a funny one. You're holding me hostage?
That's right.
Then you might as well kiss both of us goodbye. Me and your boy. Old Colonel Olin would have paid to get me off his hands. Listen, mate. Why don't you get it over and done with now? They won't hand him back to you. Not for me or any 100 like. It's not the Army's way. Every soldier has to be ready to die from the day he takes the King's shilling. Here, don't you ever sell your pretty life that cheap, love.
You could be wrong.
Nobody hopes so more than me, mate.
I'm going to go back to our house. They're going to be searching it, and I want to be there when they do.
Yes, Pa.
I hate to be doing this to you, child, but you're the only one. Your mother's just torn to pieces.
Don't worry, Pa.
Be back as soon as I can.
You know, love, you're a brave one. But tell the truth, though. Wasn't you frightened just a little bit when that Wolverine chased you?
I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Why not?
I don't want to, anyway. And if it's any of your business, no, I wasn't scared of no Wolverine.
And you're not afraid now?
No.
Well, I am. This is like the worst part of a bad dream. When you don't think you're going to wake up. Of course, I shouldn't think a giant killer like you would ever have bad dreams. Am I right? Where is this place, anyway?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Of course I would. That's why I asked, Underhead.
Don't you call me that. Nobody calls me that, only...
Only him? Davy? He's a nice young fella, too.
Well, they'll never find this place, not if they look for 100 years.
Well, I can't see him doing that. Hey, what's your name, love? Mine's Tom.
Dinah, now will you shut up? Don't you do nothing but talk? What is it?
Listen, Dinah. I know it's not part of the job, but do you think you might dip a cloth in that water bucket? Hold it against my head? Sure, old Dad's a strong one. I think he broke my head open. I'd do it for Davy if he asked me. Thank you, love.
Mr. Boone, may I say that you are a most unjudicious man. It pains me to think that I have several times mentioned you favorably in dispatches.
I reckon when you're ready to tell me what you're talking about, you will.
Early this morning, someone wrapped this round a pistol ball and threw it through the window. I will read it to you, although I have no doubt you are perfectly aware of its contents. Unless Davy Hubbard is safely returned to his people by midnight tonight, Private Tom Chapin of your army will be put to death. The spelling is atrocious.
Chapin?
Missing. Now, though I have gone out of my way to warn you, you seem fit to ignore me. Yes?
Daniel?
Where did you find him?
At home, sir, sleeping.
Did you search the house?
Yes, sir, 3 times. Not a sign.
Report to Sergeant Braddock.
If you would tell me what it is you're looking for, I might be able to help you.
I must say that your poise is enviable. I do not intend to waste words with you, either of you. I have decided not to take Davy Hubbard back to Salem.
I'm happy to hear that, sir.
No, I plan to comply with at least part of the request made in this note. Davy Hubbard will be with his people. Follow me, please.
Take that bow, Hopkins.
If that worthless Cockney is not delivered to me by dawn tomorrow, David Hubbard will be hanged by the neck until he is dead, in full sight of the entire settlement. That is all I have to say. You are both free to go.
Get the rope up there, Andrews. Lovely bit of yarn, that. Make sure it's firm.
Listen, if they hang me, it'll be no great loss to anybody. But let it serve as a warning to all of you. I saw them shot down in the streets of Boston like dogs. You want the same thing to happen here?
All right, let's clear out. This ain't a town meeting. Why don't you get some rest, mate?
In the end, you can't win, you know. You just can't.
Well, you're not doing such a grand job yourself, you know, lad. Now lie down and be quiet.
Same fella. No change in guard.
What else?
They're just about finished with that, you know what.
I'm trying to talk some common sense to you. I've known this colonel for a long time.
Can I get you something, Daniel? Andrew?
Andrew, he's not a bluffing kind of man.
Nothing to do with me. Or any of them, for that matter. I'm going home.
Sit down.
My wife and daughter are waiting
Your wife is at my cabin and you know it. Your daughter. You've got Dinah mixed up in this.
I've told you already, I don't know where that redcoat's got to.
Andrew, you're going about this thing all wrong. You can't settle the question of rebellion all by yourself.
Rebellion? I don't give a hoot about any rebellion. I told David when he went to Virginia he was chasing shadows, foolishness.
Andrew, if you kill that soldier...
I've got no soldier to kill. Can't you get that through your head? Of course, I'm not saying that whoever has got him shouldn't go on and cut his throat.
It's wrong.
Wrong? What if it were your son, Dan? What would you want to see happen?
I don't know. But as long as you're asking the questions, what if that English boy were your son instead of Davy?
I got no time for this
Now,
chat.
do me a favor. Talk to Davy.
I've talked to Davy for 20-odd years. It seems like nothing I have ever said to him has ever sunk in. I'm done talking to Davy.
Are you sure you're just not trying to teach him a lesson by getting him hung? Just how much does he mean to you compared to admitting that you're just plain mistaken? Now think about it.
I want to talk to my son.
Wake up, lad. It's your father.
Please.
All right, sir. But just a few minutes. Hello, Pa. We didn't get much of a chance to say hello.
Are you hurt?
Who, me? Well, I'm the healthiest boy who's ever been strung up in this whole territory. How are you feeling?
You haven't changed a bit.
No, sir.
When you went away the last time, I told you not to come back until you'd learned some sense. That's plain to see you haven't, so why did you come back?
To see my folks. To see my sister.
I don't believe you.
You haven't changed either.
I suppose you heard about the British soldier.
Yes, sir. But it won't help me. But it means that some people around here are waking up. Aren't you afraid that they're going to think it was you? I heard the soldiers talking.
That's what they are saying.
Well, it's only natural. But we know better. Don't we, Pa?
You don't believe it, then?
Nope. Don't let it bother you.
You didn't think I was going to let you hang without...
What? Without getting even? Yes, sir. I'm afraid that's just what I think.
Why, you ungrateful little cub. If there wasn't a wall between us, I'd...
But there is one. There always has been, Pa.
He's heading out.
Casey, follow him as far as the stream. Make sure which direction he takes. I'll be along after a while.
Yeah, we're wasting time.
And Davy's got a lot less of it than that English boy. What do you got in mind, Daniel?
What I've got in mind is treason against the King of England. Because Davy Hubbard or no Davy Hubbard, the rebellion hadn't started yet.
What are you all staring at? Why don't you run on home and hide under your houses? That's what you're best at.
Steady on, lad. You'll only get somebody else hurt.
Just remember, if they hold Boonesboro, then Lexington is next. Then there'll be nothing between them and the Ohio River. Indians to the north and redcoats to the south. Is that clear enough? You're in the middle.
Mr. Hubbard. Although I find your analysis of the military situation in the Northwest illuminating, may I remind you of the lateness of the hour? It is a time when honest men are in bed. Do you see that gallows? Do you know what will happen if Chapin is not returned to me safely?
Yes, sir, I do. It means somebody killed him.
Good night.
Come on now, you heard the Colonel. Clear off. Don't know how lucky you are. I've got to stay up all night.
This way, boy.
Come on, prop him up.
Take the rear gate, Davy. Well, I think you better plan on staying in Virginia a good long while.
Daniel, I gotta talk to you.
Son, you picked the funniest times.
It was you who came back to see. Dan, why don't you come back to Virginia with me? They need you there.
Look, your war's in Virginia, mine's here, and I could fight a whole lot better if I didn't spend most of my time staging jailbreaks.
I'm sorry. What about that English boy? What's gonna happen to him?
He's next on the list.
Who do I have to thank for making him a hostage?
Son, stop fooling yourself. You know who.
I don't believe it.
Yes, you do, Davy. You know the differences between you two never amounted to a hill of peas.
But why? He never did anything like that before.
Well, he had to do something. He's a father. Write to him, Davy. Maybe he'll write you back. Good luck.
Thanks.
Daniel, he's starting to come around again. You figure you can follow Andrew's trail?
Yeah, I've hunted with him. He leaves tracks a blind man could follow.
How long I've been asleep?
Quite a while.
I miss anything, did I?
I don't know what you mean.
Doesn't matter.
If you like, I can...
Untie me?
No, give you a drink of water, so if you want some, speak up.
I suppose there's anything such as food around here, is there?
No. I wonder what's happened to Paul.
You don't like to think about it, do you? Ever seen it happen?
What?
A killing?
Once, a man took after his wife with an axe. Well, the man's son, he got it away from him, but he tried to get it back. The boy lost his temper.
I've seen my share. This is a ruddy, dangerous country.
What do you make me think about that for?
I wanted to be sure you knew what your old dad got in mind for me. You fancy seeing me messed up by an axe?
You knew what would happen to my brother, and yet you helped take him.
That's not saying I wanted to. I can't make you people out. What do you want to start a rebellion for in the first place?
We got reasons.
Give me one, then.
My brother says the king, he's a tyrant.
Well, of course he is. That's what he's supposed to be, isn't he? Be a poor excuse for a king if he spent all his time letting other people tell him what to do. Still, I don't know what you lot have got to complain about. Take me for a start. I'm supposed to lay down my life for King George. That's just how they put it when I enlisted. Lay down your life if necessary. Now, that's what I call tyranny.
Well, why do you put up with it?
He's the king.
I guess that's what Davy meant.
How old are you?
20.
Oh, come on now. Tell me another one. You haven't had a good look at 17 yet. Still, you'll be an old woman before you're 30 and living in this part of the country. Pretty girl like you.
Stop it.
No, I don't suppose you've heard much of that kind of talk in your young life. I imagine when you want to get married out here, they look at your teeth and test you out pulling the plow. Was I right? Was I?
Well, there's some that do it like that. But not my folks, not me.
Do you dance in this part of the world, Dinah?
Yes, like everybody else.
But there's no such thing as a ballroom around here. I know what you do. You turn all the pigs and chickens out of the biggest barn you got. And you...
That's the truth, anyway.
Dinah. That's a Bible name. She was the head of a tribe, Dinah was. We got a lot of Bible readers at the home.
The home?
Orphan's home, I mean.
Oh.
Well, don't make it sound like that. Some of the most famous blokes in history was orphans.
You never knew your people?
Never. You were lucky in a way. Well, unlucky as well. Family can be a lot of trouble, I expect. Look at me. I was able to skid off on my own when I was younger than what you are.
Where'd you go?
Went to Paris. You know anything about Paris?
Not really.
Oh, a thundering wild place it is. People walking around in turbans like they do. You'd dance your legs off in Paris, you would. Here. You're not listening to me, are you?
I'm sorry, I thought I heard something.
Listen, Dinah. Before it's past talking about, cut me loose and let me go.
I can't. Don't ask me.
As a matter of fact, why don't you come with me? I'm supposed to go home in 2 weeks. Well, less than that now. You'd love England, Dinah. I come from Bournemouth. That's near the ocean. I bet you never seen the ocean. Tell the truth now.
Please. Pa.
If your pa told you to jump off the roof, you'd stop and think first, wouldn't you? Use your brains, girl. That's what they was put there for.
If I did let you go, would you try to help my brother?
On my honor as a soldier.
Davy go?
They did not. Wait for me outside, Dinah.
Pa!
Do as I tell you. Soldier, I'll make this just as fast as I can.
Phil, no! Please, please listen to me.
Dinah, I've told you twice. Wait outside.
He hasn't any folks. He's an orphan. It isn't his fault about Davy. Why didn't you kidnap the colonel or the king or somebody?
Dinah, I never made myself out to be a charity case. And I didn't tell you all that to get off with my life. You go outside like he said.
Get outside.
Please, Pa.
You wouldn't shoot me.
Yes, I would. In the leg.
That wouldn't stop me.
With this?
Dinah, don't!
Are you crazy?
Just try me, Pa.
Dinah, please don't!
Come on, child. Give it to me. Hand it to me, Dinah.
Andrew. Let me have that knife. Give it to me. There's no need for that pistol. Your son's halfway to Virginia, Andrew.
What are you talking about?
Well, a bunch of us got together. It's the best way to get results out here.
And Davy's safe?
He's safe, Andrew.
need a scrubbing up, you're a mess.
I know. You gonna cry again?
Yes? But not till later.
You know, if your dad wasn't standing right there, I'd kiss you good and proper.
How do you know I'd let you?
Well, that's a girl for you. She'd blow her brains out to save your life, but as soon as the sun comes up, she never heard of you.
No, I never said that.
Go on, Dinah, you're a natural flirt. I tell you what, I'll do this for a start. They do like that in Paris.
Daniel, you and I used to be friends.
You still are. Come on, son. As far as I go, do me a favor, will you? Forget my name.
I got you.
Stand where you are. It won't do, Boone. He's not good enough.
Well, he looks like a good soldier.
Quite beside the point. Boone, I said I would hate to ever have to put you under arrest. I meant it. But you have broken the law, and the penalty is the same for all.
Begging the Colonel's pardon.
You shall have ample time to beg the Colonel's pardon. I came here for a prisoner. I will have one. Perhaps the people of this region need a stronger example than most. The sight of you hanging in Salem may be sufficient. Chip in. Take his gun. Very impressive, ladies. But whether or not you're out of the way, I shall order this column forward in 10 seconds. Ladies, I advise you to move. Sergeant!
Sir?
At the first shot, you are to shoot the prisoner.
Understood, sir.
I ask you for the last time to let this column pass.
As soon as you release Boone, you can go any place that suits you.
Prepare to fire.
Step aside, Mrs. Boone. Larkin, help the lady.
Take aim.
And then what, Colonel? Another Boston massacre? And all the while Parliament's arguing about the last one. Looked mighty ugly on your record, too, won't it, Colonel?
Not that you'd be around to read it. There's a sight more of us where we come from.
If you do this, I shall have to come back in strength.
We'll be ready for you, Colonel.
No doubt. No doubt. Release the prisoner.
Excuse me. Come on, Don, I want to talk to you a minute.
Do you realize we just...
Don't give it a thought. I'd have let you in anyway.
Prepare to march.
You never said if you'd ride.
Didn't I? Well, I can't, you know. I mean, I don't know how. But I tell you what, I got a furlough coming.
Yes?
And, yes, well...
Jaiping! Get into ranks!
Horrible, man, that. I'll do my best to get back here. I just hope it's not in this uniform. Had an idea your group would turn up.
Me too.
Jaiping!
Representing Kentucky in the Virginia Assembly, we might use the Hogan place as our home in the East.
Oh, no, Becky. If I live in the East, I can't represent Kentucky. If the place has any value, I think we'd better sell it.
Daniel Boone, who inherited this property, you or me?
We're not sure yet if anyone did.
Oh, yes, you can be sure. Here it is, notice of probate filed 6 months ago. Oyster Cove is yours, Mrs. Boone, all right and legal. Here is the key to front door.
Oh, I can hardly wait to see it. Oyster Cove. A cozy cottage right by the sea. It must be a lovely place.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippenest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Oh, what could be keeping your father?
I see him, Ma. Hey, Pa! Pa, we're over here, Pa!
Here you are. If it interests you, Mrs. Boone, the horse's name is Merwin.
Hey, Pa! The horse is named Merwin!
Come on, Israel, climb in. Hurry up, son. Oh, we're all ready, Dan.
Becky, I know how anxious you are to see what your Uncle Hogan left you, but I'm afraid we're going to have to put it off for today.
Why?
Oh, business of the legislature.
But you said the assembly was in recess today.
It is, but the governor's taken advantage of that recess to call a committee to consider the Kentucky resolution, and I have to be there. That's why I was elected.
Yes, of course you do.
Oh,
crying, Anthony.
I'm awfully sorry, babe.
It's not your fault, Dan. I suppose the assembly will be in session again tomorrow.
I'm afraid so. I won't be able to get away till the end of the week.
Oh, wait a minute. Dan, as long as we've already rented the horse and the buggy, why can't Israel and I go along?
Just the two of you?
Why not? I can drive a buggy.
Sure, Pa. And I want to see our new house.
Well, I don't know. It's a lonesome drive in the country out to Oyster Cove. I'm not sure I like the idea.
That's because we've been living in Kentucky where there might be an Indian behind every tree. Oh, Dan, this is civilized country.
Sure, Pa. There's nothing else to do in town.
Well, I suppose you're right. I guess I'm just not accustomed to being left behind.
Well, I'm very accustomed to it and would like a change.
All right. All right, up you go. Don't fret away your time. I want you back by dark.
Bye, Pa. Ma?
No, I'm sure this is the way.
Pa was right. It sure is lonely country. Stop!
Whoa! What is it, Israel?
A black cat. Brings bad luck.
Oh, Israel, you know better than to believe things like that.
Well, sometimes it's fun to believe them.
All right, just so long as it's for fun.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You could turn around and back Merwin over the cat's trail.
Israel. Oh, Merwin, oh!
We've already crossed it, Ma.
There's something wrong with Merwin.
I'll go see Ma. It's a loose shoe, Ma. It's that old black cat.
Oh, Israel, that's nothing but a coincidence. We'll just have to lead Merwin to the nearest farmhouse.
What farmhouse?
Oh, come on, Israel. We're just... Hello there. I wonder if you could help us. Our horse seems to be losing a shoe.
Bring him over here.
It's the front one.
I don't need a hammer.
I'll get him, mister.
This is wonderfully kind of you.
Sure.
I'm Mrs. Daniel Boone, and this is my son, Israel.
Name's Maddox.
Perhaps you could tell us where Oyster Cove is.
Not far. Just follow the shoreline.
That is where the Hogan place is, isn't it?
Did you say Hogan Place?
Yes, Peter Hogan. I'm not even sure it's called that now, though. He has lived there for several years. Perhaps you know the tenant, Mr. Hiram Grover.
He's dead.
Dead? But the letter that came with the deed... I'm sorry. I'm Peter Hogan's niece, and he left me the property in his will. And the letter said there was a... But if Mr. Grover's dead, who's been paying the rent?
Wouldn't know about that.
You mean the house has been sitting there empty?
As far as I know these past few years. I don't think it'd be a good idea for you and the boy to go out there alone.
Why not? You must have some reason for saying that.
No need to frighten the boy. But ever since Hiram Grover's body was found... I mean, ever since Hiram Grover died, people hereabouts don't come near the place.
You mean the place is haunted?
Israel, don't be foolish. Is that what they think, Mr. Maddox?
That's what they say. And from what I've seen and heard, I don't blame them.
Thank you for fixing the horseshoe. Come along, Israel. The afternoon's half gone already.
What are we going to do, Ma? Go back to Williamsburg and wait till Pa can come with us?
After coming all this way? Certainly not. We're at least going to have a look at the place.
Come on, Ma. Sure is spooky. Easy, Merwin, easy.
He'll settle down.
The house, I mean.
It isn't quite what I expected. Let's have a look. Here, you better tie Merwin to that hitching post.
Some hitching post.
Uncle Peter was a seafaring man. He collected things like that from all over the world.
Looks like Mr. Maddox is telling the truth, Ma. About Grover being dead. Nobody's been living here for a long time. What is it, Ma?
There's someone in there looking at us.
Israel! It's all right, Ma. I know what it is. It's a mirror on the wall. That's all it is. See?
I guess I saw my own reflection.
Who'd you think it was, a ghost?
You mind your manners, young man. It must be bolted on the inside. You wait here. I'll have a look around back. Israel? Israel? You scared me to death. How did you get in here?
Through there. It opened by itself.
Israel, you saw me try the key. I couldn't unlock it.
Maybe that's because it wasn't even locked. It was stuck.
Then why would it suddenly decide to open by itself?
Well, when I opened up the window, I could have sent a draft through the air and blown it open. See?
Thank heavens I have you to explain. Let's take a quick run through the house so we can tell your father about it. Then I think we'd better start back while there's still a little light left.
I'll bolt this door so it doesn't happen again.
Israel? Look, these are lovely cane-back chairs. You know, this place could be quite attractive if it were cleaned up. Let's see if we can find a broom closet. Oh, good. A broom, dust cloth, mop. Yeah, I guess just about everything we need.
Gosh, Ma, you're not thinking of starting to clean house, are you?
Goodness, no. We haven't time. I'd just like to know what we need next time we come.
Mom? How long does it take wine to evaporate?
I don't know. It's certainly not years.
Maybe somebody busted in wanting a place to stay, same as we did.
Perhaps.
I don't know, maybe some kind of doorbell.
Who'd be visiting?
Well, I don't know.
Daniel, you did a fine day's work for your constituents.
Well, thank you, Evans.
How about joining us at the tavern for a drink?
Thank you, fellas. With that storm coming up, I'm pretty sure Becky got back early, and I know she'll want to tell me about this house she inherited.
Yeah, I'll bet she will.
To tell you the truth, I'm kind of interested in hearing about it myself.
There's no one there. There isn't any kind of bell anyway.
It's coming from upstairs.
It does seem to be coming from upstairs.
What should we do, leave?
No. At least not until I find out what it is. This is my house. It's probably some natural explanation. You wait here. Now we'll just see.
Who's that?
Why, that's Uncle Peter himself, just as I remember him. Well, at least I know what that is. It's a loose shutter. All broken.
Look, Ma, there's a boat out there. That's what's doing it. It's moving all by itself. But how?
I don't know. Unless there's something in the attic.
It's all right, Ma. I know what it is.
You do?
Yes. Pa told me about it. Dr. Benjamin Franklin having something like this. It's electrical.
Well, that doesn't reassure me one little bit.
Well, this rod is connected to a lightning rod on top of the roof. And when it gets electrified, it draws a metal ball towards it. And as soon as the metal ball touches it... See? It's just because of all the lightning and thunder.
Never knew you knew so much, Israel. There's one thing I do know. I'm going to stop imagining things. Before that thunder and lightning gets worse, let's get out of here. Come on, son. Here, Israel, put this poker back. Hurry, Israel! It's gonna pour any minute.
Merwin! Come back, Merwin! Merwin! Wait!
Oh, what do you suppose will happen next?
It's that old black cat, Ma.
Oh, here it comes! The porch, quickly!
Your wife's a sensible woman, Mr. Boone. Like as not, the storm came up while she was at the house, and she just stayed till it was over. Didn't you say there was a tenant?
That's right, but all I know about him is his name is Hiram Grover. I sure don't like the idea of him driving back in the dark and in this rain, so I really appreciate the horse. Just ride out and meet him.
At least your father will be able to find the place when he comes looking for us now. Here, light the fire, Israel. We may as well be comfortable while we wait.
Mr. Grover must have laid the fire just before he was...
Israel, please. That's a little more cheerful. You know, we can make it more cheerful yet. Guess what we're gonna do?
Give the room a cleaning.
Why not? We're stuck here anyway. It'll make it much more pleasant for your father when he arrives. Know what you can do?
Get a broom and a mop.
You can tell me where this came from.
Here's the last one, Ma. It's all shook out.
Well, now that looks better. At least we haven't been wasting our time. How about something to read till your father gets here?
Just so it's not a ghost story.
Oh, I had no idea your Uncle Peter was such a scholarly man. Oh, here's a good one. Israel?
Yes, Ma. wonder people think this place is haunted.
Bring me a light.
What is it?
The cellar. Israel, what do you suppose is in this trunk?
I don't know, Ma. Why don't you open it up and see? The man said Uncle Peter left you the house and all its appurtenances. What's an appurtenances, Ma?
An appurtenance, Israel, is... Well, you might say this trunk is an appurtenance.
I'll go see if one's open. We're rich, look! And there's an attic up there. It's probably filled with gold and jewels.
You wait a minute, young man, and be quiet.
What is it, Mom? What's that?
Out, Israel.
Hurry up, Mom!
Right, Israel! Israel! Come on, Mom! Hurry. Hurry, son.
Boone, I'm looking for my wife. Open the door. Rover, I'm Daniel Boone. I'm looking for my wife.
Your wife?
Yeah, she called on you today.
Ain't nobody been here except me.
All day?
All day. Now, just what would your wife be wanting to see me about?
She owns this place now. Peter Hogan, the man you've been renting it from, he died a few months back and willed it to her. He was her uncle.
I didn't know Peter Hogan was dead. I'm sorry to hear it.
Do you mind if I come in? I found my wife's horse and buggy down the road. You might know where they took refuge in this storm. If you have no objections.
No, none at all. Come in. We're nowheres around Oyster Cove, Mr. Boone. You can be sure of that. Folks give this place a wide berth. They figure it's haunted.
Oh? You live here, what do you figure?
Queer noises now and then. Lights go on and off. Footsteps. Nothing had hurt me. Like that. Don't know what it is. Ghost, maybe. I get used to it.
Becky!
There's no one around here, Mr. Boone. Leastwise, no one a man could see.
Becky! Israel! Becky! Israel! Becky!
Mr. Boone! I don't like having my word doubted. You take this candle and search the house.
I don't mean to seem doubtful, but it's just that I don't believe in ghosts. Furniture's covered.
Man living alone like me doesn't need a dining room. If you think I'm lying, have a look around.
I have no reason to believe you'd lie to me. I'm just plumb worried, that's all.
I understand. But if it'd put your mind at ease.
Sorry to have troubled you.
No trouble.
They probably stopped at some farmhouse. I'll ask along the way.
storm.
And the boat?
Anchored in the bay. Party coming ashore now. I'll break the news to him. Nothing else comes ashore. You men get that stuff back on board the ship. Peter Hogan is dead. And the place has changed hands. Now you three come with me. Everything goes. Now get to it. I want this place cleaned out before daybreak.
Daybreak ain't come too soon for me. This place gives me the creeps. Hey, what are we gonna do about them two?
They've seen enough to hang us all. Have to get rid of them. When the place is bound to be searched, we'll take them on the boat and lose them at sea.
What about the men?
No need for them to know. Open the chest. Now get in.
Be quiet in there. I wonder what Boone's gonna think when he finds out Hiram Grover's dead.
You think he was talking to a ghost?
After that, this place will really be haunted.
Come on, you men. Hurry it up.
There it is again. That knocking. What is it? Can't be Boone.
Oh, it couldn't be Boone. I saw him drive off. Could be rats. All right, you men, get working.
That wasn't rats. There's somebody in this house. Didn't you say that this woman was Hogan's niece?
What about it?
Well, Hogan's dead. We've got his niece. He's liable to come back and...
Shut up. Who's up there? Three of you men stay here with Gray and watch the stairway. The rest of you come with me. We'll trap who's ever up there. This way.
Yeah, I'm here.
You see anything?
Nobody's come down the stairs.
Search the house. Be here somewheres. Keep still there.
Oh, there it is. Hey! God, run for your life! Help! 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 Run for your life! Help! Help! Ghost! Help!
I knew you'd come, Pa. I knew it.
Oh, dear.
Ghost! Ghost! Ghost!
Hey! Get hold of yourself, man! Get hold of yourself! That's no ghost. It's Boone. Oh, come on. Show yourself, Boone. He'll show himself sooner or later. Meanwhile, we got to get rid of his wife and child. Take that chest out of here and onto the boat.
Oh, Daniel, all my pretty things.
Becky, I'm afraid I wrecked your house.
circumstances, I don't think Uncle Peter would mind.
This ought to hold them till the constable comes.
What about the men that got away?
They won't go far. The constable will see to that.
Oh, then let's get out of here. This place gives me the creeps.
What's the matter, Becky? I thought you had your heart settled on making this your little home in the...
Daniel Boone, that boy's at it again. Israel, you come down here this minute!
Somebody call me, Ma?
Well, imagination has a strange way of playing tricks on you, Becky.
Tricks, Pa?
Well, it makes you see and hear things that, Well, it's time we were getting back to Williamsburg.
You'll inform me as soon as the gallows are ready.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippenest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Hands up. Wait outside. The gallows will be ready in a few minutes now, Boone. I detest waste.
The idea of swinging at the end of the rope doesn't make me too happy either.
But it doesn't have to happen.
Why? Have you changed your conditions? No. Well, then what are we talking about?
Enter. Everything is ready, sir. I'm willing to drop the condition that you arrange a treaty between us and the Shawnee.
You still expect me to tell my friends and neighbors that I was wrong when I advised them to fight for their rights?
A public retraction of your treasonous statements against the Crown is essential.
And impossible.
Corporal! Escort the prisoner to the gallows.
Daniel Boone,
You've been found guilty of treason against His Royal Majesty King George III. The penalty by order of the commandant of this post is death by hanging. Sergeant?
Sir.
Proceed to carry out the sentence.
Yes, sir.
She might still be alive. They can't have gone far. Select your men. Corporal Tompkins. Sir. Form a squad.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Reynolds.
Sir.
Take care of these men.
Yes, sir.
Colonel, all you're doing is supplying them with more targets. Any men you send out will end up just like those.
Advice, Boone? From a traitor? I suppose you'd forget about that girl out there.
I understand your concern for your daughter, Colonel, and I share it. But the lieutenant's way, and I doubt seriously if you'll ever see your daughter alive again.
Squad's formed and ready to march, sir. Good luck, Lieutenant. Thank you, sir. Right, turn! Forward, march!
The lieutenant's probably right about one thing. It's my guess your daughter is still alive. With the Shawnee arrows.
Shawnee! If you'd arranged that treaty...
Wouldn't have made any difference at all, Colonel, one way or the other. Penango never has and never will sign a treaty with anyone. It's my guess he's holding your daughter prisoner for bait.
Bait?
Bait for British scalps. The men you just sent out, the men you'll send after them when they don't return.
How many men do you think Penango has?
Enough. It'll seem like hundreds to Drake. He doesn't know anything about fighting Indian style.
He may not have to. I've never heard of an Indian yet. He couldn't be dealt with if he was given enough.
Can you give him back his wife and 2 sons killed by the British at the Battle of Stone Creek?
And you think you can do what a squad of British regulars can't?
With their help, as decoys, I think I can. And besides, I have very little to lose.
Sergeant Reynolds?
Sir.
Give Boone everything he needs. Rifle, shot, powder.
Yes, sir.
And Sergeant, you'll go with him.
Well, are you ready, Boone?
I am, but you're not, Sergeant. You're going to have to get rid of that red coat.
But that's against the regulations. And besides, the Colonel will skin me alive if I do.
Well, the Shawnee will scalp you if you don't. Take your choice. That coat will draw Indians like flies to honey.
Bye. Get me that old pair of buckskins over there that our scout once wore.
It's a nice-looking pair of boots you got there.
It took me about an hour to put that shine on them. No, not my boots.
The woods are full of dead leaves and pine needles. The Indians have keen ears. If you wear those boots, you're going to sound like a couple of grizzlies wrestling in a dry bush. Now put on something like this.
Now, you take good care of my uniform until I get back, you hear?
What's going on here, Boone? Sergeant Reynolds is a British soldier.
That's right, Colonel. Penango's looking to kill British soldiers.
Sergeant?
Sir!
If it only seems as if Boone is trying to escape, shoot him. Shoot to kill.
Walk, woman, or I will kill you here.
Those men! You just murdered them! Murdered them!
Yes, I murdered them. And I will murder many more. Now walk!
Tompkins! Sir, this is where they ambushed the carriage. I'll look for signs ahead, sir. You two men, fan out. Look for signs of the trail.
Here, sir. There's been a scuffle here, sir.
All right, on the double.
From now on, Sergeant, you better stay behind me. You break single trail, make less noise that way. And remembering what your colonel's orders were, my back will make you a nice big broad target.
You know, Boone, General Braddock could have used the likes of you.
You were with Braddock? I mean, left at Worm.
We were 1,000, but only a handful of us survived. The Indians outwitted us. We walked right into it.
That's what your lieutenant's trying to do.
When you are no longer of use to me, I will have much pleasure killing you. We go!
Hold it! Rest a moment. Lieutenant! What? It's Julius. She's leaving a trail. He's into it. Heading east, sir. Corporal, be alert for any other signs. Have the men proceed. Fall in, men!
I can't go any further.
Weaklings, like all the women of the whites, soft and useless.
Some water, please. Please.
Maybe when you learn to butcher deer, gather wood, and look after Penango's needs, I will let you be my squaw. Soon, you will whimper like a child.
What a girl. She'll lead us right to those murdering savages. Forward, straight ahead.
Look at them. They're walking right into that trap.
Looks peaceful enough.
You're not using your eyes, Sergeant. There's only one engine down there, probably to close the trap from behind.
Well, they'd better be mine.
Not just yet. Penango's using Julia as bait to trap Drake, and we need Drake as our own piece of cheese. Don't worry, Sergeant. We're going to leave the back door open for your men. I'll probably pick up something I'll need later. Come on.
We do not want redcoats to lose your trail.
We go!
Lieutenant coming?
Just like he was invited for tea.
If this works, we'll get him out of our hair.
I don't believe I understand.
You will. You just keep an eye out for Penango scouts. They listen for sounds like that. Let's duck over here and see if the lieutenant picks up the other trail.
I sure thank you for that, Mr. Boone. Indeed, I do.
You'll make a fine engine fighter, Sergeant.
She's still leaving a trail. Look, another sign.
They seem to have changed direction, sir. To the north.
That's strange. Very well, Tompkins. Have the men step up the march.
Forward!
It worked.
Where are the redcoats? Why did they not follow? Have they forgotten you so soon?
There she is. Aye, the poor lass looks like she's been through hell.
I'm sure she has.
It's going to take some doing to get her out of there.
Penango!
Stupid redcoats were lost. I had to send my braves to lead them to my trap.
Sergeant, we've got only one chance to try and save her. Under the circumstances, we better wait till night to do it.
Lieutenant! Hold your fire. Forward, on the double. You see them, Tompkins? Completely lost, sir. All right, have the men fall in and we'll proceed. Yes, sir. Fall in, men. Up! March!
Well, there's less than an hour of sunlight left. Better try to work our way up behind them.
Boone! There's the lieutenant, and he's headed right for them again.
Now we'll have to get closer. Into a lion's mouth with their eyes wide open.
Now they've got to be warned.
It's just what I'm gonna do, Sergeant.
Take cover!
I suggest you lower your voice, Lieutenant.
What do you think you're doing?
I'll tell you when we move your men out of here.
Corporal, place this man in irons.
Begging your pardon, Lieutenant, but the Indians are waiting in ambush for you right over the knoll.
How did you get here, Sergeant? Why are you dressed like that?
Please, sir, we're under orders from the Colonel, and I suggest that you do what Mr. Boone says.
I'll tell you when we move your men to safer cover.
Squad!
Quietly.
All right, hold it here. Now, I demand an explanation.
Lieutenant, before you and I start talking, I suggest you send a couple of men out there in the trees in case Penango saw our move.
Tompkins? Sir. Take Sims and Jennings.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Boone, I had those Indians on the run.
That's what they wanted you to think. You were walking into a passel of errors, Lieutenant, a trap.
You said something about orders, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I assume you're aware of what these say.
Mm-hmm.
The way I read them, this only delays your execution.
That's right. Unless the Colonel's daughter is returned safely to the fort.
Unless you are responsible for saving her life.
Well, I expect the Colonel will take your word for that, Lieutenant, if we manage to rescue her. There's more in there than that.
I can read, Mr. Boone. The Colonel clearly states that I and my men are to take orders from you.
That's right. I figure if you and I fight Penango instead of each other, we might have a chance. Might we?
I already said I understood the orders, Mr. Boone.
Good. Let's start by moving out of here. Penango will be wondering what happened to you.
All right, men. Form up.
Those red coats. We're gonna have a full moon tonight.
They are waiting for us, like a herd of stupid cattle. See your redcoats? After we kill them, I will let you see the taking of their scalps. Then...
I suppose I should thank you for saving my life.
It's not necessary, Lieutenant.
Redcoat! Lieutenant Gerald! Your woman will make good squaw for Penango! Lieutenant! Come save your woman from Penango! We are waiting!
It's Julia. Don't be a fool, Lieutenant. Come back. It's a trap, Lieutenant! Lieutenant, you can't do that girl any good, Dad. Going after her is exactly what Penango wants you to do.
I'll challenge him to open battle face to face. We beat them once.
That's because he took you for fools. He won't be that careless again.
I'll meet him under a flag of truce. Surely these savages must have some sense of honor.
Well, some do, these don't. All Penango's interested in is killing redcoats. He doesn't care how. This is his country, and he makes the rules.
All right, Mr. Boone. We'll do it your way. The colonel's orders don't give me any other choice. But if your way fails, I'll take great pleasure in saving the hangman the trouble of killing you.
All right. Good work. You're still shining in the dark, Lieutenant. Better help yourself to more of this mud. Well, now, don't be shy, Lieutenant. Here, let me help you.
If they could see me now at the Royal Military College at High Wycombe, I'd probably be shot.
It's not exactly spit and polish. You want to take that pig sticker, Lieutenant?
Of course.
Well, we're going to be belly crawling through some underbrush. You may hang on something and rattle at the wrong time.
Mr. Boone, this saber is a part of me as much as your rifle or that cap is a part of you. The Colonel's orders do not give you dominion over my weapons.
Well, don't get testy, Lieutenant. You can keep your
saber, Mr. Boone.
Let's move out.
All right, let's move out.
I kept these things that you asked me to. Now, what would you have me do with them?
Now, just hang on to them, Lieutenant. I'll tell you later.
And Mr. Boone, take it easy on him. He's been trained for years to become an officer and a gentleman, and you can't change that all in one day.
I'm going to have to try, Sergeant. The girl's life depends on it. And ours.
Go hungry, then. You will die soon anyway.
Go ahead. Kill me.
We will wait for the British here. Build a fire. We'll draw the redcoats to us. I will have the pleasure of seeing your face watch a man die. I will kill him slowly.
I'll take the men forward and get them in position. I hope to be back before Penango finds out what we're doing. Now, you stay here.
It'll be dawn soon.
Yeah. Don't worry, Lieutenant. I'll get her back.
Devil's happened to Boone. It's been over 10 minutes.
He'll be back. As long as we don't hear anything. We've nothing to worry about, Lieutenant. You can stop fretting. She's all right.
You saw her?
She's tired. tied to a tree back there in the clearing. Now, Penango was counting on your British chivalry for you to come marching right in and free her.
If we all went in there.
No. That's exactly what he wants. Just you and I are going, Lieutenant. Since you insisted on using yours as a club, this might come in handy.
What will you do?
The bow and arrow suit my purposes. Doesn't make any noise. Pig sticker of yours might come in handy after all, Lieutenant. Sergeant, it's time for you to put on the uniform. Besides, the colonel would skin you alive if he saw you looking that way.
Penango, redcoats, make fire, build camp.
Could be another British trick. Stay with her. If it is a trick, kill her. When we are close, I will go ahead to scout. British will not trick us again.
You try to circle on around, I'll stay here and hold him off.
We got everyone, sir.
You all right, Sergeant?
Not a scratch.
I want to apologize, Mr. Boone.
Don't you think we ought to be getting back to the fort, Lieutenant?
At your pleasure. Tompkins? Have the men fall in. Yes, sir. Line up! Forward! March!
Mighty pleasant sight, that.
Dismantling the gallows? Yes, for me too. I've never had to hang a man. I don't relish the idea.
Well, the way things are going, Colonel, you might be a little premature. That is, if you insist on hanging everybody who talks against your king.
But he's your king too, Boone.
Well, now that's what it's all about, Colonel, but if you don't mind, I'll just leave that argument for later.
Well, at least it doesn't prevent me from expressing my appreciation. I'm a very, very grateful father, Boone. Enter.
Carriage is ready, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant. Sergeant!
Sir!
Look at yourself!
Sir? I can't rightly explain how that happened, sir. Unless maybe it's because the boots are so much more comfortable than the... Yes, sir! Immediately, sir!
You're leaving none too soon, Boone. A few more days and British military discipline in this fort would be a shambles.
Son?
Sure, but I bet that noise scared the deer off.
Bet it scared everything for miles around.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripinest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Cha, ayikhona ningancami. Bazabulawa ndim not nina bayeke njalo. Sabalungisa. Makakhulume. Where's the captain?
What captain?
We don't know anything about your captain. Let us go.
You were following us.
That was a deer's track we were following.
Must be what your pit's for.
Lungi, Samshai.
Ah,
Kobosh. Wena. Beni kubele lombumo nuvale nonke. Nina, dizani nabo. Asambeni, khona manje. Hamba. Asamba. Dizani nabo.
Endo.
Mandela. Penda pislashi. Kobosh la 15 pamsan. Kobosh na mataraj. Kudala besupala.
Why don't you let us help you?
Help us. Help us.
I didn't do that.
'Twas a man of your color.
Do you answer for all men of your color?
I answer for my people. The child is not your concern.
A child is a child.
You do not believe this. You say it only to save your life. To you, we are cattle.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. I know the thoughts of the white man. If I known them sooner, would not be as you see us.
How'd you happen to end up here?
These are all that remain of my people. Once a village of hundreds. These live on the promises I make them. Home and freedom, as I live on my anger. We were many, many brave hunters, many fruitful women, living in peace. And then we began to hear of whites with chains and guns, of their greed for black flesh. Flesh to be whipped and chained, and driven onto great ships in weeping herds. We fought well and killed many, but we were taken and chained. And all through the long nights I whispered to them, Harambe, freedom. When they marched us to the great water, when we sailed chained to the stinking decks of the slave ship, I whispered to them, Harambe, live, we will be free. I promise you. I, Kamba, promise you. We came at last to a great city, New Orleans. We smashed the chains that tied us on the deck, stole a boat and came up the great river. But the captain followed us. We walked across the land, toward the morning sun, toward home. For 30 days we walked. 10 died, and 10 remain. Mbo, babo pen la pislashing. Babo pen. Never, kuna manje. Babo. Yebo. And we will walk until I've taken my people home as I've promised them. And nothing will stop us. Not the feet of our children. For we'll carry them on our backs. Not the fear of the white man. Oh no, foul slipped through their fingers like black shadows. Not hunger, not pain, not chains, not guns, not the strange creatures of this strange land. For we're free people, and we'll return to our home and be free.
You won't even be able to keep them alive, not without help.
And you, of course, will help us. Why should I trust you?
You have no choice. You keep on heading east, you'll come into the cities, where they'll put you in chains again and sell you.
White men, like you.
Almost any white man you see.
But you're different. You want to help us.
Yes, I am different. Just as all men are different from each other. Just as you're different from Africans who sell their own brothers to the slavers. You know as well as I can. Good and bad. Has nothing to do with color.
Why should you help us?
Since you're not likely to accept any other reason, just let us say that we want to help you in exchange for our lives. You need food, medicine, tools to remove those chains. We can get them for you. We have supplies cached near here where we keep our traps.
Mango, woza, mkhululi, msiki intamo, msiki.
Ulalo.
Siki intambo.
What about my son?
I do not trust you. But you're right. I need help. And you will help me. Not because you're different, but this one stays. To make certain that you do not come back with other whites.
How do you know I won't anyway?
Because I've seen your eyes when you look at your son. Because I believe that you value him.
I have your word he won't be harmed?
Not if you bring food, medicine, and tools to cut our chains. And come alone.
You mean I'm supposed to travel without a weapon?
This is a rungu, a good weapon. And return here by nightfall.
Meacham?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Captain, this ain't magic. You follow a track, the track stops. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, what did I hire you for? You're supposed to be an expert tracker.
Deer, puma, bear. They're smart, but they ain't this smart.
Smart? They're ignorant savages.
Begging your pardon, Captain? They may be savages, but they ain't ignorant. They're smart enough to stick to the stream when they catch wind they're being followed.
That blasted Meacham, I'll have you keel-hauled. You tell me you lost them.
No, we'll just follow the stream and find where they got out. We'll find them. Your sensible savages don't like the water that well.
Respectable savages. A few touches of the lash, we'll see how much sensible they are.
Could be this is them.
Yeah! See trucks over there?
Yeah, heading this way.
We found them.
Found somebody. We'll see.
What is it, Mason?
Somebody's coming. Everybody spread out. Keep quiet. Howdy. Hey, I'm sorry I jumped out on you like that. I thought you were somebody else.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you've seen what I'm looking for.
Who is this man, Mason?
My name's Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone. Say, I heard tell of you all the way down to Louisiana. My name's Jack Meacham. This is Daniel Boone.
Captain Hazel Webb's a good ship candidate. My pleasure, Boone.
Glad to know you, Captain. No, you'll excuse me, but I'm kind of in a hurry.
I take it this is your territory. Perhaps you've seen some of my cargo.
Cargo? In the middle of Kentucky?
That's pretty good. This damnable cargo has legs, Boone.
$10,000 worth of African slaves. Prime stock for the market in New Orleans. Escaped my ship. You help me find them, I'll pay you well for it.
Sorry, but it's not in my line.
You generally carry this kind of a weapon, Boone?
You think I owe you some kind of explanation?
No, my boy. Just friendly interest. I figured maybe, if you would run into some kind of trouble, it'd be useful for us to know about it.
I appreciate your concern, but I am in a hurry.
Boone, I'm a hard man, Boone. A good captain. Took me 20 years to get my own ship. I don't intend to lose it now. If I lose that stock, I lose my ship. Now, this weapon you're carrying is definitely African. A rango. Now, where are them slaves?
I told you it's not in my line.
This is a bill of sale, Boone. For them blacks for property. My property. Now, why don't you?
I'm sorry, I can't help you. I told you I'm in a hurry.
Boone, you know it's against the law to aid fugitive slaves?
We don't have much call for it out here.
It's against the law of your country, even out here. Don't you stand on the laws of your country.
I'm standing right in the middle of my country, waiting for you to let me pass. Men are blocking my way, Captain.
My humblest apologies, Mr. Boone. But this weapon you're carrying is undoubtedly African. fashioned somewhere between here and the Mississippi River by my property. What do you use it for? You're gonna have to answer me, Boone. Where did you get it?
About 5 miles upstream. I found it. Does that answer your question?
Oh, very nicely, and thank you, Mr. Boone. Now, if you'd just be kind enough to lead us there.
I don't know about these others, Meacham, but you look like a man who wouldn't have any trouble finding his way 5 miles upstream without help.
Our Mr. Meacham's top hand at chasing wild geese. But we're after more important things now, Boone. Shall we stop playing games?
Now, wait a minute, Captain. You hired us to track a passel of slaves, not fool around with Daniel Boone.
We're not going to fool around with the great Boone Meacham at all. He's just going to guide us to where the slaves are. Aren't you, Boone? Thanks, Daniel. Well, I'm glad to see you're being reasonable about this, Daniel. You know, I never figured a man of your reputation would stick his neck out for a bunch of them soulless black savages.
It's been proven that they have no souls, of course.
Oh, yes, established scientifically beyond a shadow of a doubt. You should see the way they live over there, Dan. Oh, bloody savages. We bring them here, you know, and give them a roof over their heads. Some honest work to do, food and drink, and some good Christian learning, and it's the best thing in the world from Daniel. Believe me, the best thing in the world.
Well, it's amazing they don't pay you for the privilege.
Ah. Jack. Boone, I'll blow you.
All right, get him out. Get him out.
Drop your guns or I'll blow his brains out.
Yes, stand right where you are. You're not going to kill me, Boone.
You make it mighty Tipton, Captain. Now tell your men to put the guns down.
I said stand fast. You're taking orders from me. You chess player, Boone. Ah, because this looks like checkmate to me.
Kill you, Captain, if I have to.
That's no point, Daniel. Don't you see? You need me alive. I need you alive. You kill me, my men will feel free to kill you. And if I kill you, then I don't get what I came after, do I? Huh? So it does look like checkmate, doesn't it, Daniel? Oh, sure. Sure, you're free to leave, Boone. But there ain't nothing's gonna stop me from following you, now is there, huh? Yes. Looks to me like checkmate, doesn't it to you?
I spent over 20 years at sea, Boone. Man gets the chance to do a lot of thinking. Thinks about a lot of things. What makes men do some of the things they do? And I've been thinking about you. What are you, one of them bleeding hearts? Now, you look like a God-fearing man, Boone. I'm sure you must have read the good book. It's all in there. The sons of Ham were born in bondage. They shall live by the sweat of their brows. Tamba's supposed to be a slave.
And you're supposed to be a slaver. And you're supposed to traffic in human misery. That the way you read it?
That's the way I read it. Thinking about maybe trying to escape when it gets dark, huh? You better put that thought right out of your head, Boone. Because if we don't get to Camba's camp by nightfall, well, then we'll just throw a couple of, half hitches and a bowl and a two around you, make you nice and snug till morning, huh?
Thank you, Donald.
Ambon ka sa labas. Yego. Pangisan.
You hungry?
My pa, he'll be here soon with food. You and your people, you can live here. It's good land. And there's plenty of game if you know where to hunt.
Perhaps, but this is not our home. It's growing late.
He'll be here soon.
I hope so. And I hope he will not be foolish enough to come with other white men.
He gave you his word. He won't go back on his word.
We shall see. Yin da. Yin. Yin. Yin.
Kaba! What is she have in her hand? On the ground!
Huh?
Kaba, if she ain't near those berries, she'll die! Kaba, untie me. I know what to do. I won't run away. Kaba, please, untie me, or she's gonna die. Those berries are deadly poison.
Let you mess.
I need some water.
Pangisa.
Hold her hand. Hold her tight. She'll be all right.
Stop it, Cobra! Sonny! Get him, get the knife out of his hands. Come on, you. Oh, thank you, Boone, for helping me recover my property. Where are the rest of them? Speak to me, you... Back!
He's dead.
Dead? Of all the impudence. I'll be lucky if I break even on this deal. Where do you think you're going, Boone?
Isn't that what you came for, Webb?
No, not quite I didn't. Not till we get the rest of them back where they belong. And I'll be after brooking no interference from you, Boone, on that case. Get that chain. Put it on Boone here. Sorry, Boone, I don't like to do that. Believe me, I don't. Bad discipline for blacks to see a white man in chains. But I can't risk you running out on me.
You might be making a mistake, Captain. You and your men may slip through, but I saw plenty of Shawnee sign on the trail.
That's a pretty feeble try, Boone.
How about it, Meacham? Did you see any Shawnee sign?
Shawnee signs? You're bluffing, Boone. This is Cherokee country. They ain't no Shawnees this far south.
And not usually. But game is running low in their part of the country. There's Shawnee hunting parties all over this area. How about it? You men know Shawnee sign when you see it?
Maybe they don't, but I do. Now lay off of them, Boone.
You hear that, Meacham? You better keep your eyes open.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That bird.
Huh? A bird? What are you talking about? All right, let's get out of here.
They're on me.
Mitchum?
Indian beads. Could be Shawnee, could be Cherokee.
Aye. Well?
Shawnee.
You can't be for sure.
You said you knew Shawnee sign.
Now, what is it?
He says it's Shawnee.
You believe him?
Yeah, not really. But I figure Boone likes his scalp as well as the next man.
What are you up to, Boone? Come here, Mitchum.
Listen, Meacham, we don't like this.
Shut!
Steady, lads. Now, steady as she goes. Can't you see he's only trying to panic you?
And you're going right along with him. Now, come on, let's get this line moving.
How do you know there ain't no Shawnee out there?
Well, if there is, you'll take care of them. Help me get my stock back where it belongs. That's what you're being paid for, ain't it? Come on, take it.
They ain't paying us all that much, Meacham. Anyway, them slaves are slowing us up. I say let's get out of here.
Nah, we'll stick around for a while. You keep your eyes open.
Flash of Adam Taylor. One step, then another, and along. Easy, Dick. Easy now, lad.
Did you ever see a Shawnee scalping knife? One swipe and your hair's going right down to your eyebrows.
That's Blarney, Boone. Chop, chop! Come on! Lift! Up!
Harambe.
Harambe. Hey! Hey!
Hear something, Meacham?
I didn't hear nothing. Did you?
Yeah, I thought so.
Control, Mitchum, control. I'm as nervous as a mother hen with a flock of new chicks.
I ain't sticking around here a minute longer.
Now, you listen to me, you bunch of lily-livered swabs. I'm paying you.
I know what you're paying us for, but I don't know for sure what's out there.
Oh, no, bills. You're shooting at a bunch of shadows. Now, you'll all obey my orders. Oh, so help me, I'll take the cat o' nine tails to you. That's it. Finish him. Come back here. Come back here, you bills water scoundrel. Come back, I tell you! I'll give you double your wages, triple your pay, you dirty rat! Mitchum! Mitchum! right, Boone.
You can shoot, but can you reload? What'd you call it, Webb? A checkmate?
What do you want?
Drop those pistols. Hand me the keys.
Harambe. Harambe.
You all right, son?
I'm fine.
I'm proud of you, boy. How many of them are there?
4.
I prepare my men for battle.
Madoda, ngifuna nihambe niyomlanda khona manje nimbulala abanye mabaye ngapha abanye baya ngapha ngisani ke madoda. Nihambe nimshaye nibabulale bonke.
You stay here.
Where you going?
I don't want the Shawnee to get the captain any more than I want him to get you.
If you save him, I will kill him myself.
White man friend! Cut down now. He's in red stitches. I let you. Savages! Yes!
Pay for this by the great heart.
Kebal mango.
Combat! No!
Do you want him to leave? I'll let him leave. You have taught me that all white men are not bad. Perhaps even he is not all bad. But he no longer concerns me. I'll give him to you.
I think you owe him something.
For what?
You're a miserable, money-grubbing liar. Gamba, you see this? It says he owns you. You
Now look
and all
here,
of your
Boone,
people.
the laws of this
You want to talk to him about his country's laws?
Harambe! Sayitshisa ngoku le ncwadi. Bikade siqabangele. Yatsha. Sobe siphinde ngoku basibulala bebelungu. Harambe. Nizahamba ke ngoku. Nonke I'm behind. Now I'll take my people home.
You'll never make it, Combo. If you continue east toward the morning sun, you'll just be captured again. But there is land beyond Cherokee country. You and your people can make your homes there.
What would we find there?
Good land, game for your hunters.
And this Cherokee, they will welcome us. Even if we're different from them.
The Cherokee judge a man by what he does, by what he is.
And we'll live in freedom.
Yes.
You are sure no white man will come and will remain in peace?
I can't promise you that, Combo. No man can. But you'll have as good a chance as anybody else.
Harambe.
Harambe.
Your son will be a great warrior. I will see you again.
We'll see you again.
You're blasted well right, you'll see him again. And by the great horn spoon, I'll see you again, King Comba.
I doubt that, Webb. Without me, you can't even find your way back to Fort Boonesboro. Good luck.
Stay where?
You wasted your time, Boone. I'll find them. I'll get them back.
Go ahead.
Sala.
Sala.
Oh, but Donald, I could die out here if them heathen redskins don't get me first.
I can't argue about that.
But you can't let that happen, Boone.
What do you think, son?
Well, you saved his life once. Seems a waste to leave him here now.
All right, in that case, get in. All right, Captain. You can start paddling.